Dr. Stephen Porges has brilliantly shown that the neural circuitry of social engagement and love is intricately connected with the heart and its functions. More than that, the heart also has its own nervous system. The verbal thinking cerebrum has arrogated to itself the honor of being the only brain, falsely so. Actually, it shares the distinction with the gut and the heart. In other words, the heart knows things just as surely as a gut feeling is also a kind of knowing. In fact, the gut's neural plexus has been appropriately called a second brain, as has the heart. Thus, we may speak of three brains meant to function in concert, with the autonomic nervous system connecting them all. Without that heart and gut knowledge, we often function as genius level reptiles, in someone's apt phrase. And yet, we can't ignore our minds either, since that's where so much of the action is. If the heart is our best compass on the healing path, the mind, conscious and unconscious, is the territory to be navigated. Healing brings the two into alignment and cooperation, often after a lifetime of one hiding behind or being disregarded by the other. Everything has a mind in the lead, has mind in the forefront. It is made by the mind, the Buddha said 2500 years ago. I return to the phrase of the great teacher Gautam because it is key to understanding our relationship to what we consider real. It is also the bedrock of the therapeutic approach I take to my work and when I am conscious to my personal path. With our minds, we construct the world we live in. This is the core teaching. The contribution of modern psychology and neuroscience has been to show how, before our minds can create the world creates our minds. We then generate our world from the mind, the world instilled in us before we had any choice in the matter. The world into which we were born, of course, was partly the product of other people's minds, a causal daisy chain dating back forever. This may sound grim, yet the Buddha's dictum offers a way out, since we remain the ones creating the world we see, the world we think is real in every moment. And here is where healing comes in. We can do nothing about the world that created our mind, that may have instilled in us limiting, harmful, untrue beliefs about ourselves and others. However, and here's the good news I alluded to, we can learn to be responsible for the mind with which we created our world moving forward. The capacity to heal is born of the willingness to do just that, to take on that responsibility. Such willingness is not a once and for all declaration but a moment by moment commitment, one that can be regenerated when we lose touch with it. I, for one, have to keep reminding myself to do so. Nor is it an invitation to self imposed, naivete, or blithe so called positive thinking. It is about the willingness to reconsider our entire view. If the wounded mind can be tyrannical, it is a tyrant secretly longing to be deposed. I have seen this in my own life numerous times, experiencing the freedom that comes from relinquishing some unhappy belief or perception my mind had clung to just seconds prior. I have also been most fortunate through my work to encounter case after case of astounding turnarounds. In every instance, the essential shift transpired not in people's circumstances or histories, but in how they related to them.